The plot from Doom is you wake up in some type of sarcophagus thingy, and there's demons attacking you, and you're on Mars, and you put on a suit, and you notice everything has gone to hell on Mars, and everyone's fucking dead, and then there's this guy in his robot suit talking to you, named Samuel, and then there's some old lady walking around, old lady scientist, I think she's old, she look old, and she's the one responsible for everything, so you gotta stop her from releasing hell onto the world all over the place, and so on and so forth. There's not too much plot here, but the game does give you little tidbits here and there in the form of holographs and data discs or data files, whatever. And you can also read the codex, which also explains more on the characters and even talks about you and what the hell you were doing before. So it's pretty straightforward and non-intrusive to all the action, though there is a way to find out more from the codex if you want to. The gameplay is pure classic Doom, so it's fast, furious, and brutal. They also added these animations you can pull off when you stun an enemy. These animations are these brutal looking kills that are just fun to see and never get old, and they're quick so they don't feel long or anything like that. What's also good about doing them though is it makes the enemies drop ammo, health, and armor, so that can help in the long run. To keep the gameplay from being monotonous, what they also added is like a weapon upgrade system. When you kill and do other things, find secrets and stuff, you get these little circles on the right hand side. Those are like your upgrade points to your guns. Each gun has a set amount that you gotta spend to upgrade. Each upgrade makes the gun more and more powerful, and it makes you feel like you're making progress, so it doesn't get boring using the same guns over and over again. Eventually, when you reach this final level, there's like a little challenge you have to do as well, and that unlocks the gun's ultimate potential, makes it even more powerful. There's two different upgrade parts to a gun. That's there's basically two different firing modes for it. So plasma stun or heat wave with the plasma gun, something like that. There's a lot of secrets found around the map. There are these rune challenges that when you enter them, you gotta complete this goal, and the goal could be cross this bridge while killing these enemies in a certain amount of time. And what it unlocks is these runes that give you special skills, which is like get more armor, make the gory kills faster, stuff like that. There's also little dolls that you can find like around the map and everything. But these are these models that you can look at later, and they're like Funko Pops of the Doom Marine, and you fist bump them too. It's kind of cute and everything like that. Then there are drones you can find that, again, going back to the weapons, help unlock the extra mods and everything for those guns you want to upgrade and everything like that. So there's the mods, there's the drone mods you can find as well laying around. There's also these elite guards. The elite guards will help a lot, is they help upgrade your suit. So the suit can be upgraded to withstand a close explosion and stuff like that. The most important thing you can unlock though, and I suggest you upgrade it first, is to find all the secrets in the map. That is the upgrade you should get first. It makes everything way easier. Oh, almost forgot to mention, there's also these secret little areas you can find that are classic Doom maps. And what it does is after you find it, it unlocks these Doom maps you can play in a different mode called, I guess, classic mode or something like that, which you get to hear classic music and everything, but still keep the modern, kind of brand new Doom gameplay you're being experienced right now, even with the updated enemies. There's also challenges you can complete in the 12 out of 13 stages in the game. And what's great is you miss all these secrets, all these challenges, you miss any of them, you can easily go back in the stage select and just clean everything up. Thank God. There's even more after the single player gameplay. We have multiplayer. The multiplayer is okay, I guess. It's the same gameplay you get from the single player, so it's high octane action, jumping, climbing, and everything like that. You can even turn to demons to take out everybody, but it's just not that interesting to me. You have your loadouts you can do, you have your customization to the armor, there's team deathmatch, you know, all the usual modes and everything like that. But for me personally, I just found it kind of and something I would not come back to be honest. But I'm sure others will like it. Also, all the DLC is free right now, so there's more to do. There's also arcade mode, which you can play every single of the 13 stages again, but this time it has like a point system. So there's medals you can get, point counters you can raise, you can get all these high scores and compare it to your friends on your friends list, and so on and so forth. It actually gives like a fresh outlook to the regular single player, so if you want to play single player again but not just it be the same old thing, this adds a little spice to it, and it's just fun. And now the final most enjoyable mode after the single player mode is snap map mode. These are community creation maps. These could range from team deathmatch, a completely single player mode, co-op, survival, everything's all up to the community, and there are thousands and thousands of options to play. You'll find something you end up loving. So if you want to play co-op Doom with friends, up to 4, depending on who made the map, you could play 4-player co-op survival, 4-player co-op like a little mini campaign someone made. It's really freaking cool, and it's still alive. Hell, right now I'm playing like a Alien 2 custom map thing, and it's pretty interesting. You can see the creative prowess some of these people have. It's just fun and enjoyable in every single aspect, and this is something I would definitely come back to see what's there. Not to mention, if you want to express yourself in a creative fashion, you can also make your own map and everything like that. These don't come out of nowhere now. There's also a tutorial that could kind of help you figure out how things work. It's seems rather easy. I personally suck at these things, but I've seen a lot of good maps, so they must be doing something right with the tutorial. The game looks amazing. You would think with only factories and hell zones, everything would get boring to look after a while, but they keep the variety up, so you're not looking at the same type of factory and hell zones. It's just, it never gets boring. The demon designs of these classic Doom monsters are wonderful to look at as well, and grotesque. The frame rate, of course, is super important when it comes to this game because it needs to be fast and crazy and hectic. And I'm here to tell you, it's super duper smooth. It never hitches or anything. It's perfect. Also, for a game that the story is not front and center, the voice acting is pretty damn good. I mean, bravo. They could have just been lazy with it, but again, bravo. This game was amazing. The combat never got old once. It was fun and gory and bloody and gory and bloody and executions and so on and so forth. And then you had all the upgrade mods you can get and all the ruins and everything. Everything kept you entertained. You felt like you were progressing and never got bored. I mean, I never got bored. And the fact that you can go back and collect everything makes things less of a headache. And then you got the other modes like the multiplayer, which is like, and then there's arcade mode, which adds more to the already 13 stages, adds more to it. And then you have the classic stages you can play. And then there's, of course, the best thing of all, the snap maps. These community creations are just a ton of fun. The game looks great with the monster designs and the stages and the gore. Again, it's just all beautiful. It's really hard for me to think of something really negative to say about the game. I guess you can say the single player is a little short on the shorthand side. It took me around 10 hours to beat everything, but all the other content without not counting single player kind of makes up for that. Those who were turned off by the last Doom's slow pacing and wish for the old school Doom to come back, this is your game. Go out and buy this or play it somehow. And those who never touched Doom, I say still go play this. This game is amazing. And if you're in the mood for a fast, fun game with guns and blood and gore, do yourself a favor and go and play it. And now comes the next game. In contrast, Dee Dee is an adventurous little girl with an imaginary friend named Dawn. Dee Dee has, let's say, family issues, with her father trying to do right for once in his life and a stressed out mother, with her in the middle trying to fix everything. The story itself is pretty heartwarming and sweet, and even though the story is pretty short itself, you still get sucked into it and you want to finish it. The game is a puzzle platformer, and it's pretty creative how it does this. It's kind of like a shadow platformer, basically. You blend into the background when there's light on it and you jump on the shadows and such. You will have to sometimes move things like left, right, and everything with the light shining on it to make shadows bigger, smaller, or make appear in general to help you throughout everything. It's, like I said, very creative. I mean, I never thought the part of the puzzle would be me jumping on a shadow or someone punching and beating someone. I mean, that's pretty dang cool. Also, none of the puzzles were really frustrating or hard. It was pretty straightforward and easy for most of it. You won't really get stuck in anything. Now, this could be a good thing or bad thing depending on who you are. I kind of really like that it wasn't too frustrating because I was able to continue with the story, which was, again, really sucking me in, and I want to move on to it. But if you want a serious super challenge, you're not really going to get it here. The game looks okay, and the noir atmosphere really helps as well. And not to mention that everything from all the characters you see and everything is in shadow form. Everyone's a shadow. The only two real character models you see is Dee Dee and Dawn. And talking about the character models, at least for those two, they're kind of fuggy looking. Like, it's not, I mean, it's not butt ugly, but it's not the best looking in the world. But I really appreciate the shadow look the game gives. It really sticks to it. No, it's never a cop out. Everyone's even Dee Dee, even though when she interacts with her parents and everything, she hugs the shadows itself. It's a real stylistic, nice look for the game. And the voice acting is also really well done. Everyone gives a real great performance. Now, the performance of the game itself that's what's on the iffy side. The frame rate is all over the place. I ain't even gonna front. It's really all over the place. When I just started moving around in general, I already saw it like jittering and chugging here and there. It's never so bad that it hampers the gameplay totally, but it's really noticeable. And there are some other technical issues as well, as you getting stuck in a wall. One time I was doing a puzzle and I tried to blend into the wall and I couldn't get out. It was just stuck and I had to restart that section all over again. It was just frustrating. But besides that, it's besides that, everything else is fine. Overall, I enjoyed this game, even though it's pretty easy and kind of runs short, like an hour or two max, and has those tech issues like the frame rate and getting stuck in the wall sometimes and the shadow puzzles. It's still a heartwarming tale that will give you pretty much a satisfying conclusion. You might be a little confused about something, but overall, I was satisfied. Also, there's no replay value at all. Once you beat the game, there's no real reason to go back. As always, I hope you guys enjoy my thoughts on these two games, and for gamer's sake, keep gaming.